Alright, so we're back. It's day 3. I've already tried to make this video a couple of times. So that's what we're chasing today. Lovely little whiting. First day I was at the exact spot. We got 1 or 2 little fish and missed a couple more. Oh, here we go. Oh no! Oh no! The tide was a bit lower, so there wasn't much water. It was also the middle of the day. The sun was out, it was pretty bright. So today with this cloud cover, a little bit of wind, hopefully they'll be a little less spooky. There might be a few more fish. It's probably half tide, running out. There's a nice little ledge over the far side, you can't really see it. A little drop off. A lot of the times I'll just be sitting in behind the drop off, out of the current, just waiting for food to wash over the bank. So we'll just keep casting behind that drop. It's 5 metres across every time, new spot. Better off casting in a new spot. Trying to find some hungry fish. Oh, good hit. There he is, he was just behind the drop off. Oh. He's not a big fish. It's a feisty one. I never want to sit still. Not a bad fish on the ghost. Good start. I'll try to show you this drop off on the camera. He was just sitting in behind there. He would have been head into the current, just waiting for food to wash over the bank. So now that we've got one fish, we'll work this area a little bit more than I normally would. Have a few extra casts before moving to the next spot. Because often they'll feed, they won't, well they school, but they'll just feed in the same areas. So even if they're not schooled up together, they'll usually be feeding in that one area. So there's a drop off. You can see the light water on the right hand side, and then it drops off into the darker green water. It's usually worth a couple of throws right along that drop. See if there's any sitting in behind. They'll normally be on the deeper side, but it's always worth having a throw up shallow. So we've covered this area pretty good, so now it's just keep moving, casting as we go, but just walk as you're retrieving, that way you're covering ground. A little bit of a light breeze behind us today, which is helping. Nice big long casts, and you just want a constant popping retrieve. So I'm making a nice splash with the lure. Get yourself into a bit of a rhythm. Not trying to walk the dog, not trying to get it to go side to side, just straight line. Just getting a nice bit of spray. As long as that lure's spitting out water, you know you're going fast enough. You don't want to go too far, you don't want it jumping out, rolling on itself. Just want to be making a nice splash, nice spray of water. Just get into that rhythm. It's really quite easy, you can do it for a long time. That's why I tie directly to the lure, no loop knot, because we're not trying to get it to walk, we're trying to get it to pop. So it works better in a straight line, so we don't need that loop knot. Just get that nice little straight pop. Keep it moving, no pauses when we're chasing whiting. Fan your casts out, cover as much creek as possible. Oh, there's a little one. tiny little fella. Look at him. Hey, there we go with that. What was he thinking? What would he even do with a prawn that big? It seriously wouldn't fit in his mouth. Oh, there he goes. Oh, big follow, come on, come on. Oh, no. Oh, that was a better fish. Again. So I'll stop here now, I'll stop moving forward. I'll work this area a bit more. Hopefully he had a couple of friends with him. Oh, there's a follow. Oh, just a little bit more. Oh, still going. A few little fish there. Good sign though, so we'll stay here. Oh, got him. Nice. Oh, I dropped him again. A lot of guys like using assist hooks, and they actually work really well with the splash prawn because you want that straight pop so it doesn't affect the action. I'm just not a big fan of assists. I feel like I get a lot of my bigger fish on the middle treble anyway, and I just feel like I get less hits when I'm using assists, but that's just me. A lot of people swear by them. Definitely worth a shot. Once you do have a fish on, I'd have to say that you'd drop less, but I just feel like I get less hits. But that's just personal. A lot of the times when you are dropping fish, they're usually smaller fish that you are dropping. They're a lot more aggressive, they shake hard, they jump. They throw the hooks a lot better than the bigger ones. The bigger ones usually hook themselves pretty well. They're not designed to eat lures off the top, not designed to eat bait off the top. So you have to expect to miss a few fish. Alright, we worked this area pretty hard, so now we start moving up a little bit more. Oh, that's a good fish. Yes. Nice fish. Saw his whole head come out of the water. It's a little bit better, this one. Nice, that's what we're chasing. Just go nice and light on him. Got plenty of time. He's a good fish. Nice fish, he'd have to be mid-30s. Go get a closer look at this one. He is a cracker, that one. Beautiful fish. Alright, a few hits and follows in, so work this area harder. Oh, I dropped him again. Too excited. That's it. Once you get one spot where you get one fish, good chance you'll get one or two more. Turning it down just a touch. Just a little deeper hole here. Seems to be holding a few fish. Oh, another hit. Still after it. Oh, it's a better one. Oh, better one. Come on. Come on. Follow it. There he is. Another little. You can just feel those little ones, they're shaking so hard. Just shake the hooks out. Maybe that's where the assist would come in handy. That's alright, I don't mind dropping a few smaller ones. Oh, that's a good hit. Let's see if we can hold on to this one. Just look at the head shakes. Oh, he's not bad. It's not bad. He'd be over 30. Oh, he's a fat one. I'd say he'd be 34, something. Solid fish, thick. That middle treble. A lot of the bigger ones come on the middle treble. That's it. Got to be happy with that. Just come up to a little bit deeper here than it has been. They seem to be just sitting in, the water's funneling in a bit faster. They're just sitting here waiting to ambush prey getting washed to them. Oh, I might need the pliers here. Just be careful with whiting because they are extremely squirmy. Don't want to get hooks in your hand. There's no point trying to strangle the fish either. They're so tough and so squirmy that they're just going to wriggle out anyway. So, there he is. Beautiful, nice big. Come on, buddy. There he goes. Unreal. So I've been dropping a few, but good to get that bigger one. There he is. Oh, this could be a nice fish as well. It's right where the current's funneling in up there. Creek gets a little bit skinnier. You can see the ripples on the top where it's just funneling in. The water's flowing a bit harder. They seem to be just lined up, waiting for a feed. Another nice fish. Another nice healthy fish. He'd be 30 something again. Low 30s. Cracker. Gain middle treble. Don't try to squeeze him. Nice. It's taken us a while to find them. But if you keep moving, I tried this spot the other day, the tide was a bit lower and the sun was out and I didn't have any luck. Now I've come back, the tide's a little bit higher, still running out, bit of cloud cover, a little bit of wind, and they're a lot less spooky today. It's just a drop off here and they were just sitting in the deep, over the back of the drop off, waiting for food to wash over the bank. And often when they're waiting in spots like this, they're going to be more aggressive because they're waiting for a feed. They're not just swimming around aimlessly, they're here to feed. So that's where you're going to find them, coming up and hitting surface. Also the creek's getting a bit skinnier, so it was funneling in, so the current's moving a little faster. So more food's going to wash into them. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's another good fish. Oh, it's not done yet. Have a look at this guy, another beautiful fish. And again, he's on the middle treble. A lot of the bigger fish seem to hit that middle one. That's why I'm not convinced about assist hooks, but people have fished a lot longer than I have and they love assist hooks, so I guess it's whatever you're comfortable with. He's a cracking fish. Just give him a rod measure. I'll measure that when I get home. But he's got to be mid to high 30s. Awesome fish. Stoked with that. Awesome fish. I don't know if you can see, but this is where I've been catching the fish. You see that light coloured strip? It's just like a light colour sand strip. And that's where the current's flowing. You see it's dirtier over here because it doesn't get much current. And then on the far side, where the water pushes, the sand's a lot cleaner. And they're all sitting on that line, just in a little bit deeper section where the current flows through. Oh. A little guy. Didn't even make a splash, just sucked it right off the top. He's just a little fella. These are the ones where you end up getting the treble through the finger. Possible to hold. So I'm not squeezing him, I'm just locking him in. Not putting any pressure on the fish. Keep your hands well away from the hooks. Just started working my way home again. Sandflies up there were a bit too hungry. Might be able to see that lure popping a bit better this way. That's what you want. You just want those long casts. That straight pop, making a nice spray. Constant medium kind of speed. So that's it. Fished it quickly on the way back. No more hits. Tide's dropped right out. There's not much water left anymore, so I'd say they've all moved into a deeper hole somewhere. But yeah, it was a good afternoon. A few nice fish, a few in the mid-30s. Always got to be happy with that. Missed a few, dropped a few smaller ones. But that's to be expected. Probably walked about a K today. Found fish in like 3 different spots. So that's the biggest thing, is just to keep moving. They're not hard fish to catch, but they can be hard to find sometimes. You just want to keep moving, cover as much ground as you can, and then really work those areas when you start to find fish. Really look for similar areas and really work those areas hard.